Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today topic is how I scout for deals on online. So the first place I go to, because I have a license, a real estate license, realtor license, I can go straight to the MLS, the local MLS, and start looking, right? So what I need to do before I get here is to have a define my criteria, which mean like what type of property I want, how many units I want, the price range of it, the unit mix, which is like two bed one bath or one bed one bath and stuff like that, and then the location, like where it's gonna be. So if I go to MLS, I go in the search. I don't do this residential because if you watch my other video, you notice that I don't like rent purchase property that is like single unit, because for those it's too risky for me. In my opinion, it's too risky because you have everything under like under one property, and if let's say somebody move out, then you're gonna be losing like at least half a month to a month rent in order for you to place somebody else in, and during that time you're probably gonna have to pay the mortgage out of pocket. So for something like 2 or 3 units, at least when somebody move out, you still have like the other unit to help you with the monthly mortgage. So that's more safe, in my opinion. That's more safe. So when I go to search, I go here, residential income, and I click detail, and this will pop up. It's gonna give you like the status of the property. So if you want, I usually go for coming soon and active. Now the coming soon property, the good thing about it is if you list coming soon, you won't see it on other websites like Zillow or Redfin. So that's the reason why I started searching here first, because sometimes there are property that's good and it's on the coming soon list, so you won't see it on Zillow or Redfin, and you can see it here first. And when that happens, I can mark it down and follow up with it later on. So for the county, I usually go for Orange County, San Bernardino County, and Riverside. Those are the three counties that I usually, because that's close to where I live. I think it's like around 2 or 3, around 2 hours drive perimeters. So that's good. And then I don't mind the city. And then the price range, let's go from 0 to 1 million just to test this out. Right. And then number of unit, it's like 2 and above, so I'll go 2 plus. And then don't need to worry about year bill. Those we can look later when we go into the detail. So after that, I just click search right here. So, right, and then what I like to do is I like to click on the day on market here, so that it gets sorted from like the newest to the oldest. So as you can see, this one is coming soon, so you can't find it on the MLS, I mean on Zillow or Redfin yet, but it's already here on the MLS. Right, so this one's Beaumont, which is like around an hour and a half from where I live, and this one lists for 530. It's only a 2 unit. It's 1,400 square feet, so between the 2 unit, that should be around like 700 square feet each, and the lot size. Now, when you look at this, you need to be mindful, like make sure that you divide the square feet, the living square feet, to the unit count to see how big the units are. Because you don't want the unit like too tiny. Because let's say that if it's under 500 square feet, those are like a studio only, and the rent amount is gonna be lower, and it's harder to rent. Now I love to purchase something that's like two bed one bath, because those fit what like a small family criteria. Because if you have a husband and wife and then like 1 or 2 kids, those are the type of property that they're looking for. So one bed one bath, sometimes they live in there too, but it's too restricted. And in studio, you're probably gonna see only like single person, or like a boyfriend or girlfriend live, and they're not, they aren't like a very good long-term tenant, because they move around a lot more. So for a family of 1 or 2 kids, they tend to stay in one place longer. So that's the unit mix that I like to look. Well, I'll continue with this property. So as you can see, uh, let's see, charming. So description. Okay, so here they give you the gross rent, right? So this is for per year. So you go down. Most of the time they have a breakdown. So this one's only 1,200 a month and 1,000 a month rent, which is kind of low for this kind of price. Because a quick way to kind of to gauge this is it should be like around 1%. What I mean by that is if this one is like 530,000, it should be closer to like, if you want to make a profit, you should have like at least 4,000 in rent per month. So this one's too low. This one's only 2,000, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. So here you go operating expense. So they don't pay gas, they don't pay electricity, they don't pay trash. They only pay trash and insurance, and then maintenance, and then water, $2,000 water. So when I purchase property, most of my unit I cover water and trash, and then the tenant pay electricity and gas. So you have to account for those too, right? And then yep, and then that's it. There's no special tax here, so that's good. Tax area right here, so they don't have anything. Tax area, tax amount, tax year, they don't have that special. And then this is just a remark from the tenant, and then the agent name, right? So for something like this, I already know it's not gonna be worth it. But I'll show you what I mean. So when I see something like this, if I think it's worth it, I'll put it in my calculator, and then I'll see what kind of profit or loss I'll have in like for a property. So let's say this price, right? So I put it in here. This is my P profit and loss calculator. So I put the price in here. With the investment property, you have to down at least 25%. So I put a 75 here. That's how much I borrow and then how much down. And let's say the interest rate right now for investment property is only 6.5%. So I type it here. And then the rent, right? The rent the rent is this one plus 1017, right? So you copy that, you put here, right? Plus 1017, right? So that's how much rent you get. And with that, the mortgage itself already, because this one's updated, right? As you can see, this one's updated. If I put in 1,000 already because of the price right here. So let's say if I go like 70%, you can see that it's lower, right? So it's 75%. Right, so this is the mortgage. Already the mortgage is more than the revenue, which is not good because you know you're gonna lose money. And then the property tax is 12.12%, right? Insurance is I use this number right here to divide by 12 because I know like typically right now 2 units like this insurance might go from 1,000 to 1,500. Even if I put 1,000, it's $83 a month, right? And maintenance is a calculation of this monthly revenue multiplied by a percentage. So the 8% there, I allocate for the maintenance. This how much cost, and then water and trash, how much it's cost, and then vacancy, I estimate it to be a 5%. So that's how much it costs, and then property management 10%, right? So in all, if you purchase this property at this price, and the rent you can collect at this price, you're probably looking at losing 1,500 a month, which is really bad. You don't want to put down $132,000 down and then I'm still losing $1,500 a month. That's bad. And I also have a small calculation out here because I self manage, and most of the time once I place a family in there, the vacancy is very low because I treat my tenant well, so they don't move a lot. So I just want to estimate how much if I pay, if I do my own property management and vacancy is zero, this is how much I'm losing or making a year, right? So anyway, this property is not that good, so skip it. So if I like a property, I just check it here and then I add it to my cart, right? My cart right here, right? Riverside County. So the thing is like I already have a search. I have a safe search that's right here. It's Squaw, Orange County, San Bernardino, and Riverside, right? So click here. I go result. I'll click on the criteria for you to see. So the criteria I have is the same, coming soon. And then I actually don't even have Orange County because I know the price too much. And then this is my range, and then 5+ unit. So if I see the result for that right here, click on there, right? Search it. This is all I have, right? So I go through here. If I like it, I'll check it. I'll add it to my cart, and then I look at it later. Now, if the property is too good, I act on it right away. Like if there's a really good deal, like the monthly cash flow like $2,000-3,000, and the price is okay, I'll act on it right away. So for now, let's go to the cart and see what I have in there, because I already checked the cart last time. So let's see. So here's my cart, right? I save a whole bunch of stuff. right? And then these are like, this is already S, so this is already sold, I think, close. So they already said, hey, they already closed. They're only on the market for 2 days, and they already closed, right? Let's see something that's good. Why this one's cancel, so it's no longer. Back then, when I first look at this one, look at this price. I think, let's see. So this is how much they said they get per month, three, so 6,000, right? 6,000. Right? It's still too much. It's still too expensive. No cash flow here. But assuming that this was, it's only this for 8 days. So yep, I think the other thing I need to do is when I see something that looks like this, too bad. I have to verify the rental income. So I grab the address here. I need to jump over to a website called Redometer, right? And then put in the address. Let's see, why is this thing so slow? I put in the address, right? And then it said too bad, right? So one plus is an apartment with check rent, and they're gonna show you average rent, right? So this one's 2,900 average. At the low end is 2,500, and the high end is 3,300. So this one they said they can rent it for 3,000. So that's about it. That's in that range right there. So this website right here, Rentometer, I pay like around $10 a month to have access to it, so that I can check everything that the tenant, the landlord or the listing agent said on there. So with this property, it's not good because you're still losing money. But like I said, if I sell manage it and there's no vacancy, I'm looking at making $400 a month. So it's not that bad, but then it's still not good enough, right? Because I think the rent is already maxed out, and the purchase price is, I'm putting it the list price, but usually I don't do that. So I usually lower it. So anyway, let's see if I move on. Yeah, this one I think it was good. This one. So this one was good. This one I think it lists for, it's closed already, but it's in my cart. I think let's see what did this close at. So right here you see, close price right here. List price 25, so it's actually closed a bit higher, right? But when I saw this property, I really liked it because of the price and how much it's bring in. Now the thing is, like, a lot of time, like, agent, they put in their description, oh, how much of the cap rate is and stuff like that. Well, everybody have a different way of calculating cap rate. So don't trust this 100%. Like, when they say 8%, the higher the cap rate, that means the better the value of the property is. So if it's lower, that means it's too expensive. And typically it's around 6%. So if there's a cap rate of like 5% or lower, I mean 6% or lower, you don't want to look at it. And if you look at my calculation right here, I do have a cap rate here. So if we click on that, cap rate is just, the total revenue minus the sum of the operation cost, which is property tax, insurance, maintenance, all that stuff. Now, of course, the mortgage can't be included in it because the mortgage is not fixed. The mortgage is more like flexible based on how much you down. So it's not part of the cap rate. But anyway, for this property, right, they said they purchased that price. And if you go down here, you notice how much they make, So they have a unit mix of 4 unit, that's 3 and 2, and then 4 unit, that's 2 and 2. So for the 3 and 2, this is how much they make of that 4 unit, right? And then for the other one, this is how much they make, right? So they bring in $17,345 a month. So as you can see, this is around 1%, right? So with that, mortgage is this much. If you down 25%, you have to down like 437,000, right? Property tax is only 17 per month. Now this one, insurance, you have to change it because, with this type of property, the insurance is not going to be this much, and it's not going to be only 1,000 a year. It's going to be more like 10,000 a year. I think 10, yeah, 10 is make more sense. So 10,000 a year, right? This one, maintenance 8%, electricity 5%, vacancy 5%, and then property management, right? So you do make a bit, like, 1,600 a month, but then it's not that much anyway because, if you put out like 437,000, you only make 1,600 a month, right? So the return on investment is only 4.4%. But like I said, if I manage it myself and there's no vacancy, I'm looking at making $4,210 a month. And for myself, that's not too bad. And as you can see here, my actual cap rate I calculated is only 6.7. They call it 8% cap rate. So they must have calculated something different. And then if you see here, operating expense, electricity. So I don't know why they pay electricity for these tenants, but they do. Maybe they have like a laundry room, right? But they cover trash. But that's kind of low for trash and water, right? Wait, no, never mind. That's only trash by itself. Water here, right? Maintenance 10,000. Professional management here, right? And then insurance. Insurance is 7,600. It should be more than that. But anyway, this is something that it give you a positive cash flow. So what happened is I mark it, I save it in my card, and then I wait. Because when I first see it, it's like it's just recently list on market. So something that's list new, like the price won't, there won't be much flexibility in price. So I just have to, add it to my list, and then follow up with it later on, right? So let's go back to my list and see what happened. Oh no, not this one. This one. So anything else that's still, so see these are still active here. So this one is in Apple Valley. It's 900. It's 6 unit. As you can see, 6 unit, well, only 3,700 square feet. So it's only like 600 square feet per unit. It's pretty small, right? And then you're looking at 800 and 900 in rental. So that's not too bad. They have one studio, and then again, it's 1,200. So this one not too bad, but they don't have any photo, and they've been on the market for 62 days. Cumulative, it's 62 days. So they got water. That's kind of low for the amount of water. They pay gas. They pay electricity. Oh, that's not good. Because the thing is like this is I usually only pay trash and water. So if they have to pay gas and electricity this much, this means it's gonna eat more into it's gonna increase this. Like I allocate 5%, so it might be 10% with that particular property. But anyway, so this one's still okay. No photo. Something like this, I'll just keep it here and see how far it goes. This one's, for 16 something, 8 unit, 6.75 cat. See, with 16 and already like, the schedule is only 1,500. I mean 150,000 per year. So if you go per year, if they give you a per year number, you just divide that by 12, right? To get it per month, and then they want it to be 1.65. As you can see, 1.65, 6.5%, you're losing money right here. There we go. No, per year, divide by 12. What? See, you're still losing money. So it's not that good. And then the other thing you want to know is for something like this, right? They said they already collected 1,600 a month, right? You go to the rentometer, right? 1 and 2 and 1. You go search it. See, 1.7. Was 1,700 a month. So there is not much room to grow because they're already collecting 1,600 right now, and the average one is almost 17, like 1,700. So you have like another 100,000. I mean, $100 per month per unit to increase. But that's your max. So even at the max, you're not making money. So sometime if the cash flow is not too good, but then the rent is like, let's say 50% below market, then you know that in the next few years your monthly will grow a lot. Like let's say you have like 5 unit, 10 unit, and then each one you just rate $50. That's another $500 a month. After the first year if you raise it. So this one is already maxed out, so it's not that good. And even with that, the cash flow is really low. They said the cap rate is 6.75%, but if you see, my calculation for the cap rate is only like 4.73%. So maybe they disregard the property management or the vacancy or something like that to get the calculation up to 6.something%. Anyway, so that's how I flag those property, and then usually I don't act like right away. I don't put in an offer until like maybe like 2 or 3 months after it's been on the market and the price like either adjust already or not, right? Or the if like 2 to 3 months already and the price doesn't move, then I know the seller might be a bit stubborn, and I can call the agent up and see how things go, and ask them, oh, something. Let's say, oh, if I can call up the agent, hey, hi, like whatever the agent name is, like hi Su Song, right? I saw this property online. I noticed it's been on the market for how long, and and the price is too because the price too much. Like, do you think the owner, the seller is willing to kind of like entertain like a 1.4 million? Because this one, if I can get it at 1.4, I'll make money. Ooh, actually, not even that much. Only 100 something. But like I said, if I manage myself, I make 2,000. So anyway, let's see if I have anything else here. I have so this one 70, you see the, so when you do this long enough and you look at the calculator long enough, you should be able to tell if if the cash flow is there or not. So say this right, this price right, and then total rent like this. I think this one will cash flow because this one, as you can see, that it has a couple of like higher, right? So this one 1.3, 7 unit. It's only 110, so that's low because that's less than 10. That's less than 13,000 a month. So here, and then this one. So this one's active. This one's actually really nice. This one is from an agent that that I have. I purchased the 14 unit from him. In my other video, I purchased 14 unit from him. This one it's good. That's why I have it in my flat. It's only 2 months, so it's not that bad. It's only 2 months on market. It's been listed for 2 months plus, and the price haven't gone down yet, so I just have to wait. Let's see if I see anything else. Like this one, 47 unit. This one is a bit unique. They have like they converted from a hotel to this, and like so the other thing I do, because it's me, I do is when I see a property that's good, I grab the address, I put it on Google, and then I mapped it how far it is from where I live, and if it's too far, like if it's more than 2 hour drive, I might have to let it go for now. Right, so this one direction. Let's see. I don't know why my computer is kind of slow today. 3 hour drive. Ooh, that's too far. Right? So I have it in there, but I don't. Maybe maybe if I buy a, maybe I don't find anything that's like within 2 hours anymore. I can look into that. This one hot spring 6,000. I mean 6 unit. Right. So yeah. So the thing is that most of the time I go into the MLS to look first. Once in a while, I actually you can go to Zillow, but like I told you, the coming soon one, when they have like something that said coming soon, it will not show up on Zillow or Redfin. So looking at here is a bit of a disadvantage, right? So, but I can go straight to Google for people that don't have access to MLS. You can go straight to Google. You go more. Let's see. Let's see more. So go. Don't need to worry. Coming soon. Accepting back up. Must parking spot. Right. Don't have minimum square feet. Oh, they include. Yeah. What happened here? So you got a range of the price. It's kind of slow. Of for sale, right? Minimum, maximum. What is this? List price, right? So go like minimum 0, and then maximum is like let's say 1 million. Like apply. Don't care what bad and bad type of home. You go to multi-family or apartments, right? No manufacturer applied it, right? Go price of 2 million. So I have four. Okay, and where is it? Save search. No, not save it. Let's go. Where's all the list else? Okay, there we go. How can I minimize this? I want to see here, not that one. Yeah, but as you can see, this is kind of hard to navigate. Anyway, so usually I check on the MLS. I rarely go to the Zillow first because, like I said, That's but then once in a while, like I put a flag on Zillow or Redfin, and then they send an email to me, and I saw a property on there. Then I will I will grab the address and go back to the MLS and look it up, right? So that's the other thing I do. Like if I see something that's good on Zillow or Redfin, I can jump onto the MLS. So this one's good. This one's one of the unit that I made an offer for. It didn't work because I wanted to be like at 1.35. Because with the 1.35 price, you look at my calculator. This is a 9 unit, 1.35. I originally offered 1.35. Gross is this much per year. So if I divide that by 12, right, divide that by 12, divided by 12, wait, that's 0 extra, right, so yeah, 0 extra, divided by 12, you see, I still make 1200, but then if I manage myself, I make 3200 a month. So I did put an offer on for this, because this is when I am making an offer for this, the listing was on the market for at least 6 months, so it was like about 180 days. So that's the reason why I offer it like 1.35, because they never change the price. So I was speaking to the agent, I work it, and we're really close. The owner wanted 1.4, I want 1.35. I ended up increasing the price to 1.375, but they still not budging. I'm like, oh, never mind. But yeah, but this one it's under contract now, but I think it's under contract for a while. It's under contract right after I went into escrow with my 14 unit. So let's see, list on market. See, status changed since November 13. So it's close to November, December, January. So it's like more than 2 months been pending. So it should close soon. Because usually typically the investment property like this big is take 2 months to do escrow. But I don't know why it's still under contract. It should have been closed already. So yeah. So if I find a good deal, I move it into my cart, and then I'll revisit later. So once a week or once every 2 weeks, I'll go into MLS again, look at my card, see if anything's still there, and if anything I mark that's good, and I'll follow up with that and see. So and then to look for the future. So that's how I purchased like the first the last property. I have it on my queue, and then 2 months later it's still there, and I'm like, okay, if it's already there for 2 months, let's deal with it. And so where was it? I wonder if it's in the search. This one. So soon close, right? And then probably there's like the 1670. So 1670. Let's see if it's there. Because that's the price I purchased. So that's what I search. Right here. Yeah. So originally it was listed for 1.8. I calculated. I put it in my calculator. Right. 1.8. Even at 1.8, they bring in 18,000 a month. 18,000 a month in rent. Right. And then this one is gonna be like 12,000. Right. So even with that, we're looking at making this much. Right. And if I sell manage it, this much. Oh, and actually the rate is not even that. It's like 592. I think that's what the rate I got. And we're down at 30%, not 20%. So we did a bit more down, so our cash flow is a bit much better. Right. So that's, and then the cap rate is over 6%, so that's good. So, but because we didn't get at 1.8, my original offer was 1.65, and I end up with 1.67. So as you can see, with 1.67 rate, and I'm gonna do a detail one for this property later. But as you can see, return on investment is like 8%, which is really good. And then the cap rate is 7.3%, which compared to all the other property, it's really good. So anyway, that's how it is. Thank you so much for watching the video today. I will do a more detailed deep dive into my 14 unit in the future. But if you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe, and then I will do more video like this in the future. Anyway, thank you, and have a great day.